Happy Friday, Coast Life. You made it. You put in all that effort this week, and now we can kind of breathe.
Relax a little bit, even give yourself a little golf clap, kind of enjoy
You did it.
You're here. It's Friday. You did a good job this week.
And we love that you're spending it with us here on Coast Life. We're your hosts. I'm Leah Rizzo.
I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And you still have some time to head over to Harrington and check out the DSN Outdoors Expo. Tonight it goes until 8 o'clock. Tomorrow you can be there 10 to 4 p.m. And it's a dog-friendly event, so bring your pooches because it's going to be a great way to kind of test the waters, if you will, for all the activities that maybe they want to join you for when it comes to summer fun.
And we've been talking about this all week long. They have every toy you can imagine. It's a lot of fun to check it out. It is rain or shine, and they've got stuff covered up, so if you need to go under, if it happens to get a little rainy, you'll be covered.
That's right. So make sure you check that out to kind of get your weekend started, especially if you do have a summer of fun planned when it comes to boating and four-wheelers and just all kinds of really fun stuff. We also know that Into the Trenches kicked off.
Into the Trenches, that is kicked off, and that series is going to be ongoing. They're going to be following the Cape Henlopen boys football team as they come off one of the best seasons they've had in 40 years, made it all the way to the championship game. Now there's expectations. Now how do they handle it? Now how do they go into the next year? You got to see what the DSN crew is doing.
That's right. You can tune in and check that out with Delmarva Sports Network. But today is a special day, Charlie.
It is a special day. It is National Historic Markers Day, in America. That's always held on the last Friday in April.
Oh, how about that?
I did not know that. Did a little research. Found it out.
There you go.
But it's germane to us here because there are a lot of historic markers, as you might expect, in the first state. There's more than 600 of them in Delaware. There's more than 400 of the 600 in Sussex County. And there's also some in Maryland. Maryland has about 800 of them, bigger state. But there are things up on our website that you might want to know about to check some of these out. I've just got a couple of the topics here. They've got a marker for the 1938 crab pickers strike. That one is in Maryland. They've also done some stories on the other markers. We have things like the surf safety line. You might remember that from when we went to the museum in Rehoboth Beach.
Right.
They explained what that was, and it was because their clothes used to be so heavy that when you'd get out in the water, you kind of needed to be holding on to something.
That's crazy.
So that one as well. There's the Indian Mission School marker that was all about the school that for 40 years helped educate students from the Nanakoke tribe. So those markers are all over the place. Great for a good walk on a nice day. Maybe you dot a couple of them off.
That'd be cool.
Try and make it like Pokemon, collect them all.
I like that though. It would be kind of cool to have somebody, if you're interested, if you have the time and the knowledge, and do a little research to kind of map out a little something for us and let us know how that goes, what your favorite historic landmarks are or landmarkers. But I feel like it's hard to pick a favorite or know of enough of them. And I think I might be getting like the marker itself and certain landmarks confused.
Yeah.
Because I feel like one of my favorite historic landmarks in this area, it's got to be the Cannonball House.
Yeah, and
it's got to be the Cannonball in the Cannonball House.
Some landmarks have markers with them, and some are just landmarks, and some are just markers. It depends on what we're talking about. And with 400 just in Sussex County, everybody's going to have their own favorite. But it's a great opportunity to kind of walk around, learn about the history of the area. We have so many people that have moved to the area recently that it's a great chance to get in touch with what's going on in the community over the grand history of Delaware.
Absolutely. Something else we wanted to touch on. Today is day 2 of Spring Fest in Ocean City, kind of speaking of Maryland. So lots of fun things to do, lots of great entertainment, lots of great shopping and vendors to go check out if you've got a special occasion or a birthday, or you're just doing a little shopping for yourself coming up. It's a great place to stop and support local businesses, local vendors. I know the Art League of Ocean City is going to be there teaching some classes. We've got all the details on Spring Fest Day 2 coming up later in the show. But one thing that is definitely going to be there, great eats, and one of my favorite foods and one of my favorite beach foods, potatoes.
It took me a second to get to French fries. I was like, wait, how
French
is
fries,
potatoes your favorite beach food?
That's one of my favorite beach foods. But the thing about potatoes, there's just so many ways to eat them.
There's an incredible... We've been debating this in the office. Okay, basically this is the whole reason we brought this up. We're arguing over what is the best kind of potato food. And you can go a lot of different ways. I'm thinking you've got latkes out there. You can go French fries. You might just like a general mashed potato. Sometimes that depends on the gravy. There's all kinds of different things. I haven't even gotten to some of my favorites, but get in this conversation. What are you thinking about?
I think my favorite part of this conversation is that everybody has like a knee-jerk favorite potato where they're like, baked potato. no wait, tater tots, no wait. And then you circle through all the different ways that there are to truly eat potatoes, and it's so hard to settle on a favorite. I mean, pierogies have to be one of my favorite ways to eat potato because the filling inside is potato based.
Pierogies are up there. That's
so
great.
good.
I like a good au gratin potato. You know, not every day, but the right meal that mixes in
When it calls
really,
to you.
really well. Big hash brown guy.
Yeah.
Big hash brown guy in the mornings. So
Was it there's hash browns, and then what's the other one that has completely escaped my, like the other way to eat a breakfast potato, because there's shredded and one of them is hash browns and one of them is not.
you guys might have to write in to tell us, because I don't know what she's talking about.
My brain died. There's 2 types of breakfast potato. One of them is shredded, one of them is cubed.
First of all, there's way more than 2 kinds of breakfast potato. There's just way more.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a way to eat potatoes that I don't enjoy. And I think maybe like mashed potatoes and potato salad have the most ways they could go wrong, or like
Variants.
Yes.
The widest variance, because the best version of each of those can be exceptional, and the
Yes.
not best version can be
such
just like,
yeah. And like when those are bad, it's disappointing. Like you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Well, especially
almost
mashed
ruins the
potatoes.
meal.
Sometimes for me, it's a texture thing. Like, are you going more of a creamy mashed potato? Is it more of like a
does it have the lumps? Like,
a
is it
little
not
lumpy
quite as
mashed potato? What sort of seasoning with it? Again, the gravy matters a lot to me.
Home fries. That's the other potato.
We knew if we just if we just rebooted her, eventually the system would start up again and we'd get to an answer.
We're getting a little chaotic on this Friday. You're starting to see my true colors of how my thought process will eventually load up with the rest of the conversation. But yeah, it is so hard to pick a favorite. I think some of the potato-based pastas too are also really good, like a good gnocchi dish.
Always excellent to go that route. And again, there are shades though, and there are different groups. Like we talked about French fries. You could have this exact same conversation
Just about French fries.
with French
So
fries and
true.
what kind of French fries are the best. You know, you can always get exotic with a waffle fry here or there.
This is
You know,
true.
a curly Q, whatever.
I mean, I think curly fries and boardwalk fries. I mean, I do think boardwalk fries are my favorite, and I'm a Thrasher's loyalist. I will have it with vinegar and vinegar only. And the thing about that is you have to layer it like kind of multiple times. Like you throw vinegar on.
She has an entire plan and sound effect to go with
Because
this.
you put the vinegar on and then the fries absorb it immediately and you're like, oh, where'd all the vinegar go? And so then you have to add more, and then by the time somebody who maybe vinegar is not their favorite, they're like, we can't share anymore. But this is a good conversation to have. Maybe bring this one home with you for the weekend. You can always chime in as well on our socials. You can also always email us, team@coastlife.com, to keep that conversation going.
And before we let everybody go, before we get into what's coming up next, if you have a great potato recipe, let's get that on the Facebook page. Let's share the wealth here. If you're somebody that's really got, you know, something special, whether it's a way you spice things, if it's a way you prepare it, let us know. We want to know what you know.
I'm always looking for new recipes, especially because I feel like as the seasons change is a good time because I get in those dinner ruts, so definitely help a girl out. But like we said, we do have some show to get to. Let's see what's coming up on Coast Life. Well, we mentioned today is day 2 of Springfest. Mayor Rick Meehan and I got the chance to explore what's going on.
And a little bow wow wow, yippee-yi, yippee-yay as we bring in our pet of the week. You're going to have a lot of fun with this one, I think.
And if you're looking to make your weekend a little bit more exciting, you want some fun and games, some indoor games, some outdoor games, we're talking to our favorite guest to give us what's what on all the fun and games. All that fun is coming up on Coast Life. That's on the way.
Coast Life is sponsored by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
Well, if you are breathing in that fresh spring air, and with it you can smell all of the good festival food, you know that there's great entertainment. It can only mean one thing. Springfest is back for yet another amazing year in Ocean City. And of course, if we're going to be hanging out at the Inlet in Ocean City talking about Springfest, we have to, of course, be chatting with one of my very favorite people to chat with in Ocean City, the mayor, Mr. Rick Meehan, joining us for yet another year of Springfest.
Here we are again. It seems like this is an annual thing that you and I do.
It is an an annual
So-
thing, and not just any annual. How many years have you guys been doing Spring
We're
Fest?
celebrating the 34th year of Springfest this year. So we started this 34 years ago to extend the season. I mean, really to start the season a little earlier.
Yes.
And look at it. Look at all the people that are
Yes.
here today.
On a gorgeous day. Now we're in day 2 of Spring Fest, but in addition to the 34th annual, you guys are also celebrating a pretty big anniversary for Ocean City.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. This is a celebration of the 150-year anniversary of the town of Ocean City.
Incredible.
So everything we do this year is going to be a little bigger, a little better,
Yeah.
a little emphasis on celebrating that 150 years.
Yes. Now you mentioned, Spring Fest is meant to extend the season of Ocean City a little bit, kick things off a little early. What do you think are some of the favorite things that keep bringing people back year after year to celebrate Spring Fest?
I think it's just being outside, number one.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's sun comes out. Look at the huge
Yes.
crowd. I mean, it's a big crowd, for a Friday, in April. I mean, it's a
Right.
big deal. But they come for the entertainment. There's a lot of free entertainment all day long outside in the area up here. Then there's some paid entertainment, like
right.
tonight, Hunter Hayes will be
That's a
here.
pretty big
That's a
one.
big country act. The Whalers tomorrow night. So there's a lot of big name entertainment inside the tent, as well as the entertainment that goes on all day long.
Yes, and of course, there's some of your old favorites. There's plenty of vendors to shop. There's plenty of food to enjoy. I hear there's pierogies. They're one of my favorites. But there's also some new stuff that you have going on. I know there are some demonstrations that people can check out.
There are. We have over 200 vendors and artists that are here. The Ocean City Art League's here doing some
Yes,
art
that's
classes,
right.
creative things that people can join in on. There's a floral display where you can go and they'll help you making floral displays.
fun.
Just little things that are a little bit different. And of course, the food. I mean, everybody loves, this is where you come to eat all the things you don't eat on
That
a
is
daily
so
basis.
true.
This is a special time. It's like you get a free pass to eat all that at Springfest.
The calories don't count at Spring Fest,
no,
all
no,
right?
no,
The-
not
the-
at-
when
well,
the
you're
mayor
walking
declares
them
it.
off.
Exactly.
You're walking them off.
That is so true. Keep your step counter going.
And we're right down here on the boardwalk, and of course everything's opened up on the boardwalk.
Yes.
So it's a great way to come on down, be outside, all the picnic tables, everybody's sitting down, enjoying some of the food, listening to the entertainment, waiting for the named entertainment.
Yes.
And we're open till 8 o'clock
Awesome.
tonight and tomorrow night, then till 6 o'clock on Sunday. So don't miss an opportunity to really enjoy, I think, what Ocean City's all about.
Yeah.
Being outside, fun, food, your friends.
Yes.
It's a perfect combination.
Now, in 34 years, have you made any favorite memories, or is there something that you look forward to year after year at Spring Fest?
I look forward to the opening. I don't know how many years, but yesterday when we opened up, OC Stars kick
Yes.
off the
I
opening.
love the OC
So,
Stars.
you're talking about the 3rd, 4th graders from Ocean City Elementary School, and they just captivate the audience.
They're
They
so
have
fun.
the enthusiasm and everything. And I don't know, that's my favorite thing about Springfest is
Yeah.
listening to OC Stars with their rendition of their own Springfest song.
Yes.
Just really makes it perfect.
Well, it's going to be a perfect weekend to come out and enjoy Spring Fest. Maybe tomorrow could be a little dicey, but just bring some rain gear, all right? It's not going to be the end of the world. And as always, Mayor Rick Meehan, thank you so much for taking some time out of your very busy day to chat with us during Spring Fest.
Hey, I got to come down Springfest, so
That's
thank
great.
you very much. I think we're going to walk in the tents.
All right, sounds good. We're going to explore some more of Spring Fest, make your plans to do just that. But we've got plenty more fun coming your way. Well, you see this super handsome and super adorable face. It belongs to Clark, and he could be all yours. I'm hanging out with Faith Wright with Brandywine Valley SPCA, and you have brought Clark, such a gentleman, with you today.
Such a gentleman, yes.
He's so cute. So tell us a little bit about him and maybe the ideal family that would take him in.
Okay, so Clark is about 1 year old. He's a neutered male. He is dog social, so he could go home with other dogs.
Uh-huh.
He also can be an only dog if you really wanted him to be. Somebody with some energy maybe can take him walking and running would be good, because he does like to go for long walks and runs. He does know sit. Clark, sit.
Sit.
So he does know
There you
sit.
go. See? Good
Give paw.
job.
Give paw.
Paw?
Shake.
Oh, nope. Those rings are too tasty. I get it.
Yeah, so Clark is great. Clark actually qualifies for our Simba program because he's over 1 year old. So any veterans that wanted to adopt him would have a waived fee through our Simba program.
Fantastic.
He is at our ARC location, and he's ready to go home immediately. He went to an event this past weekend, and we were shocked that he was with us still.
I'm shocked too, because he's so sweet. You can tell he's got just such a great heart, and I think you're right. And maybe somebody with a little bit of energy to match him, because he does seem like he'd be a good hiking, running, an active buddy for you. But you have more ways to save that people can too as well. On your website, you have a coupon available.
Yes, we do.
Tell us about that and what it does.
Okay, so right now we're doing a 20% off our wellness exams. So it can be your first exam, your next exam. You just go to our website and you register for the coupon, and you're able to get that. And then we just opened up additional spots for our free community cat spay and neuter program. And that's available at our Delaware and our Pennsylvania campuses.
Yes, I know.
And it's time to do that, please. We are seeing kittens left and right. I have my third foster kitten already.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say, last time you were here, we talked about kitten season, the kitten shower that you guys had. It's here. So it might be a good reminder too for folks, what they should do when they do find some kittens, and when should they, get you guys involved.
So we always talk about, don't kidnap, obviously. Yes. We talk about young kittens. Oftentimes the mom has just gone away to find some food, or it can even possibly be moving them. The best thing to do is watch for mom to come. I talked last time about how you can even put a ring of flour around the litter of kittens and see if it's been scuffled with, and you'll know that mom's coming back and forth. We are having people start just dropping off moms and kittens that they're finding. We had some happen today, so that doesn't really work great.
Sure, yeah.
The best thing though is the spay and neutering that we can do. So if you have cats in your community that you are wanting to help, let's get them trapped and get them scheduled for a spay and neuter.
Fantastic. I think that's always a great reminder this time of year that should be step one, and then step two, some of those other tips and tricks that you just gave us there, Faith. So maybe if somebody is thinking about adopting a dog or a cat, but they're not 100% ready to commit, you guys also have foster programs?
Yes. We need fosters right now very badly for kittens especially. The moms and the kittens, and then the kittens. We've had a lot of orphaned kittens come in just in the last 2 weeks. Right now at Newcastle, I think every staff member is taking neonatal kittens home. So
yeah. So there's a need there for sure.
Would be amazing.
Absolutely. Yes. So maybe that is something that you are willing and ready to take on these days, or maybe you are ready to fully commit here to Clark. And I think he's an easy dog to fully commit to. And we didn't talk about his 2 different colored eyes yet.
Yes. He has a blue eye and a brown eye.
Yes. Do you want a family? Are we going to get you adopted, Clark?
And he's got a cute little pink nose.
Yes, he does. So if somebody does want to visit Clark, or maybe do a little meet and greet, where should they go?
Our ARC location, and that's the Animal Rescue Center out off of Shingle Point Road. But you can also go to our website, www.bvspca.org, and you can search all of the locations for any of the animals that we have. But he specifically is at our ARC location.
All right. Well, Clark, we're going to get you a home. How about that? Does that sound good? How about more Coast Life? Does that also sound good? Does that sound good? Faith, thank you so much for coming in today and bringing Clark with you, and telling us what's going on with Brandywine Valley SPCA, because you guys are always busy and up to something. Well, we told Clark there's more Coast Life coming up, and now we're telling you, so don't go anywhere.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by the Parker Group.
Well, we know we've got lots of things happening along coastal Delmarva this weekend, and if you're in the Milford area, or you're passing through the Milford area and you want some family fun to attend, the Bug and Bud Festival might just be the perfect place to stop by and say hi to everybody. We've got Rachel Parker joining us on the Coast Life Couch today with the Parker Group. And Rachel, this is an event that's kind of near and dear to your guys' heart, not only as the Parker Group, but you guys are in Milford too.
Yeah, so it's kind of right out our front door of our Milford office, which is great. But I also just love the fact that the Bug and Bud Festival feels like it's really spring now. Yes. It's like the last hurrah of the cold weather is over, and now we're entering into that fun time on Delmarva where it feels like every month there's something fun going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Bug and Bud is it's really fun. It's really cute. Milford, I think, it's an underlooked area sometimes when it comes to festivals like that. But the town turns out.
They really do. I think I read that they have like 125 vendors, tons of food vendors. It's got entertainment, but it's also really neat because not only do you have Walnut Street, which is lots of little shops, but then the whole Riverwalk too. And so you get to kind of keep going in that direction. And so there's the brand new playground there that my kids love. And so it's just a great location for a festival.
It is. And it's one that I've attended in the past. And I know in the past they've done various parades and costume contests. Yes. Are they still doing that?
Yes. And apparently there's a new twist this year. So they're trying to promote the fact that Milford is bike friendly. And so the parade is going to be bike themed, and they're encouraging kids and adults to do spring themed decorations on their bikes. So very cool little twist.
Very cool little twist. Now they call it the Bug and Bud Festival, and this kind of loops into the Ladybug Festival that Milford does too. In case you didn't know, the ladybug is Delaware's state insect.
There's your fun fact of the day.
For the day, in case you didn't know that one. But how many years have you seen Bug and Bud, and how many years have you seen the community kind of come together and just enjoy this event?
Yeah, that's a great question. So apparently this is the 22nd
Yeah.
annual Bug and Bud Festival. So they've been doing it for a long time. I know at the Parker Group we've been participating for probably coming up on 10 years now.
Nice.
So I mean, it's been a long
Yeah.
time for sure. And we're excited because this year we've kind of gone all in on the theme. So we have a really fun raffle prize and just some fun activities at the booth that we're going to be doing.
Fun, yeah. So where is your booth going to be? Where can people check you out while they're attending Bug and Bud?
Yep, so just to be sure people know, it's from 9 to 4 on Saturday, April 26th, and we will be right outside of our office. So our office is at 48 North Walnut Street, kind of right at the beginning where all the fun begins.
Can't miss you.
Yes, exactly. We'll have a little booth out there, and we're going to have like a prize wheel, be giving away some swag. Our agents will be there to talk to anybody that might have questions about real estate or the city of Milford or anything like that. But what we're really excited about is our raffle prize.
Yes.
And so we are going all in on the theme, and we're doing like a big garden cart with some beautiful plants and seeds and garden tools, and so just very on brand for the Bug and Bud Festival.
Very on brand for the Bug and Bud Festival. Sounds like I might also need to stop by and put my name in the raffle basket because that sounds like it also has Leah written all over it.
I was actually going to ask you because I am the opposite. I've told the team, like, don't let me touch the plants until we get them to the booth because I kill plants like really quickly.
And I even have yet to start my garden this year, so I feel like this would be the perfect like motivation, you know, to get out in the garden.
We'll get out there. I want them to go to a good home where they won't die.
I would do my best. I would do my best, Rachel. So one more time, the time, the place, the details of Bug and Bud, so people that are looking to get out of the house and enjoy a great festival.
Yeah, so it's going to be an awesome day. It's tomorrow, which is Saturday, April 26th, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., so it's not a super long festival. You can see us right outside of our office, which is 48 North Walnut Street. And if you want a little sneak preview of the cart that we're giving away, our very own Grayson modeled it on our Facebook and Instagram pages, so you can get a little sneak peek and see if it tickles your fancy.
There you go. We like the sound of that. Well, Rachel, as always, thank you so much for coming in. And if folks do have some more questions, maybe they start that conversation about real estate with you guys at your booth, but they have some more follow-up questions, how should they get in touch with you guys?
Oh, there's so many ways. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, or if email is the best, hello@theparkergroup.com is perfect, or also feel free to call our office. It's 302-217-6692.
Fantastic. All right. Well, Rachel, we'll see you at the Bug and Bud Festival if that's where you end up tomorrow. So coming up on Coast Life, though, we do have some more fun to get to, more to enjoy, all of that coming your way. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome to your dream home at the gateway to Rehoboth Beach, an open concept layout that's bathed in natural light. At the heart of the home is a chef-inspired kitchen featuring a large center island with seating for 7, sleek granite countertops, ample cabinetry, and modern finishes. This home also offers 4 spacious bedrooms and 3 modern bathrooms. Step outside to your own private oasis. The fenced backyard is perfect for relaxing or entertaining with a spacious back porch. Don't miss the chance to make this exceptional property your forever home. Happy Place of the Week is sponsored by the Parker Group.
We've got something special for you today, Coast Life. We're out here with Izzy, and we're out here with Joe Allegro Smith, and this is at Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding. And Joe, I want to start with you because we're going to get to Izzy later. What is it that you guys do out here, and how do you guys make a difference?
Great question. Thank you. So Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding is an equine-assisted nonprofit. We provide horse therapy by using horses like Izzy and others to folks with disabilities, both cognitive and physical disabilities. You know, there's something about a horse that is just amazing. There's such a connection and the communication. And so our participants come to our program and they gain strength, they gain confidence, they are able to interact with others. They are part of a community here at SDTR, and we just love what we're doing.
So what drew you to being a part of this? I mean, I understand why people now come and take part in this. It's a great program.
Yeah.
But what made you want to be a part of this program?
That's a good question. So I've been working on behalf of nonprofits my entire career, and I have a special fondness for people that have disabilities in particular. I've worked with lots of different groups of people, and my core mission is that I want to help people. And so what better way than to do it with our partners, our hardworking herd of therapy horses.
Now, you guys have a big event coming up. It's one of the things that's going to help you keep this mission alive. So what is it, and how does the Kentucky Derby play a role?
Well, in fact, it is a Kentucky Derby watch party. So it's coming up on Kentucky Derby Day, which is May 3rd. And it's a really great community event to help us raise the funds that we need to support our programming, to allow participants to participate in our program, and also to support our horses, to keep them healthy and safe and well fed.
Now, what are you guys going to be doing? How are the horses playing a role in all of this? If somebody wants to come out for this event, what can they expect?
Oh, it's a great event. So there's food, there's refreshments, there's a bourbon testing station, there's a lot of games, prizes, and then one of the central features is kind of cool. We invite the horses into the arena in a special area where they get to parade around and walk around. They assume the identities of the horses that are actually racing in the Kentucky Derby by where the folks that are leading them are wearing the silks. And it just is a great party atmosphere, just a fun atmosphere. Like, I guess, a party with a purpose, right? So you're helping to support folks with disabilities and the programming that we have here at SDTR, and you're having a good time while doing it.
So if anybody wants to go to this, or if they just want to help out in general with donations or anything like that, how would they do that?
So, I think the best way to do that is to go to our website, sdtrhr.com. You can get tickets for the event. You can learn how to become a volunteer if that's something that you're interested in.
Always need volunteers, ladies and gentlemen.
Always. Well, and in fact, Charlie, we're a volunteer-driven organization, very small staff team here, and we've got over 175 active volunteers that bring our programs to life. So it is an important role, for sure.
Well, we're excited. We can't wait to see how this event goes for the Kentucky Derby. Izzy was telling me earlier, he's like, you know what, I should have been a contender. They left me out. I don't know what happened. But we're going to find out a little bit more from Izzy later next week. Thank you for talking to us. And is there anything else you wanted to add here at the end?
No, I just want to invite the community to come on out to join us for the Kentucky Derby. Izzy thinks that's a great idea too. And you can have fun, you can be supporting a great cause, and we sure do appreciate, the community support.
Well, we appreciate it as well. Thanks for having us out to hang out with Izzy and everybody else. We have more Coast Life coming your way right after the break.
We love having fun and hanging out with you on Coast Life. But if you ever want to take a peek behind the scenes, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and more. You can also catch up with full episodes at coastlife.com. You can do all that right now while we take a quick break, but there's more Coast Life coming up.
Family Fun Time on Coast Life is sponsored by Kids Catch.
Well, we know many of us have a long weekend coming up this weekend, and if you're going to be spending some of that on the road, headed to family, you might want to have some ways on hand to keep the kids entertained, and then maybe when you get to your destination, games that everybody can play. So we've brought in the expert, of course, Lori Smith with Kids Catch, joining us on the Coast Life Couch. We always love having you in, Lori, because you always bring the fun.
We've got a lot of it to share.
Yes.
We're getting more and more every day. All the new stock is coming in. But yeah, it's the holiday and you might be taking a trip somewhere fun in the car. So we have a lot of things that are travel size, or just some things you can throw in the suitcase or in your glove compartment and take with you just to make it a little more special.
You're easy on the go games.
Yeah. Well, and nobody at home knows this. Before we started rolling here, Leah and I are just getting our hands on all of this stuff. It's so much fun, especially we've got this little magnet thing here. What is this?
So they're called micro mags, but they are the bigger product that we sell is called Magnetiles. It's one of the leading building magnetic kits out there, and they've made it in a smaller form. These are 75% the size of the regular ones, but everything fits together with the old sets. So you can combine things, but it makes it really easy to take with you wherever you're going. It's got a nice carrying case that comes with it.
Perfect.
And you can use it in the car. Even the carrying case is magnetic. So you
that's
can
cool. So you
use
can,
it.
in the car, you can just stack them right on there.
They thought of everything.
In the
Won't
back
lose the
seat.
pieces down the seat or anything.
yeah.
So this is just one of my new favorite items in the store, and easy to take with you.
And the thing is, even though I'm an adult and I understand logically how magnets work, they still feel like magic. Like they just,
it's so satisfying.
like you watch it and you just go
they
like,
snap together.
How do they work?
I know,
Yes.
I know what the scientists say, but clink is still great every time.
So fun.
Yeah,
It really
even though
is.
it's magnetic too, it's still very safe.
Yeah.
How they build it, and just a really quality item
Nice.
that you can take with you. And like I said, it combines with the other magnetile sets that we've carried and you might have at home. So,
Right.
yep.
Sort of like an expansion pack, if you will, but
Exactly.
it also works as on the go. He brought some other great stuff for you that make good travel, or maybe even start some family feuds, depending on the game that you pick.
Sampling, if you're in the car, one of the classics is your
Oh,
auto
fun.
bingo. So you're driving along and
Right.
you want to, if you see a cow, you can close that window. So all those fun little things to do. And then another one is stickers, the Melissa and Doug stickers. We are having our Melissa and Doug sale, so 20% off all the Melissa and Doug items through April 30th. So we have a couple of those. Here's
And
your
what?
water
And for the people that don't know, what is Melissa and Doug? Just because not everybody's going to be
They are
familiar.
some great quality toys.
So Melissa and Doug, it's been around for a long time, and Melissa and Doug started the company, hence the name, and they just have a lot of very creative, well-made products that aren't as, they're pretty reasonably priced as well. So lots of little things for crafts, puzzles. They've also got
Did we do Sticker Wow? Was that the other one that we did before?
Sticker
Yeah.
Wow. So this one is great for travel because you put the water in, you take the tool, and then, for instance, here's the peach. So when you color it with the water, it colors in the peach, and now they've added. You can smell. Does it?
Interesting.
It's scented.
It does smell a little bit
like a
peachy.
peach. So just things that
That's
you can
really neat.
play in the back seat if you're driving somewhere with the kids. Keep them occupied. Yeah. So
It's a key element of a good family road trip.
Distraction.
yeah, one we talked about too was Mad Libs are
always a
always
good
fun. We
one.
carry a lot of those. So those are fun to do for some of the older kids, from the younger kids. We've played with these before,
Yes,
the play
that's right.
tabs, just little fidget items.
I was going to say, the younger kids or just the fidgety in general.
true.
I know a lot
It's
of
like a
people
good
that would love
sensory
those.
toy, right?
And they start at 12 plus, so it's safe for even the youngest ones in the car. Then once you get to where you arrive, there's some great little travel games.
I see you have a more an Uno version that has me nervous for families.
So this is the ruthless version. It's called Uno No Mercy. So it has a lot of new action cards where you can just say, pick 20, or you have to pick 20 cards now. And if you get 25 cards in your hand, then you lose.
We might as a group have to play this later today, just in the office and see what's going on.
Yes.
We'll see who makes it out of the office today if we play No Mercy.
Yes, no mercy.
Yes, well, Lori,
no
you brought
holding back.
Quite a few games with you, and they're all available at Kids Catch, where people stop in and shop if they want to hit up for some last-minute road trip items.
Yes, so we're on 2nd Street, downtown Lewis. Our hours are now Sunday through Thursday, 10 to 7, and then on Friday and Saturday, we're staying open till 8.
All right.
So a lot going on, and come on down for the Melissa and Doug sale. That will be going on through April 30th. And lots to choose from, new stock coming in every day.
And just always, every time I've walked into that place, there's just always so many, there's new things, there's fun stuff, there's some of the old standbys too, so
makes you smile.
there's a little something for everybody there when they walk in.
There is. We do try to get a lot of different variety of things, and we also have clothing too. So if you're looking for some new spring outfits for your little ones, we say it's clothing that children will love to wear. So those are really neat to come look at books. We've got a whole wide array of books, including local authors.
Nice.
So just a lot of things for everyone.
And some of the stuff is much bigger than this. We're going to get to that after the break. We're going to actually be going outside to have a little bit of fun. So don't go anywhere yet. We have more coming up with Lori and Kids Catch. Stick around.
Family Fun Time on COASTLIFE is sponsored by Kids Catch.
We've got more going on here with Lori Smith and Kids Catch. We're talking about the Great Delaware Kite Festival, and you guys sell a lot of kites, so tell us what you need to know about the festival, how they can participate, and where they can get one of these nice butterfly-looking kites.
Yeah, we've got lots of different varieties. Tomorrow, if you can come down to Cape Henlopen State Park, we're excited. The weather looks great. After a couple years not being able to have it, we're going to have a great day. It starts at 11 with an egg hunt for the kids, and then at 11:30 all the kite competitions start. You can get big kites, small kites, there's stunt kites, and it's just a fun day. All ages come out. Kids Catch will be there selling kites, so if you don't have one at home, you can come and buy one.
You can get it right there. You don't have to plan ahead. You can just go.
You can just go. Yep, and everything's right there for you. So it should be a great day. Once again, starting at 11 a.m. Now you want to get there a little early because the egg hunt starts right at 11.
Now we're going to show you guys, or we may have already started to put it up, some video of me attempting to fly this kite, but I'm really interested in this teeny tiny kite. This is a teeny tiny kite. What is this?
Watchitude. So it's just a rubber band kite. You just pull it like a slingshot and woo! It takes off.
I love that. We were playing around with that for a while out here. Now, we've been focusing on the kites, but you guys have a lot of outdoor toys, a lot of stuff that can get the kids out there, just being active, running around in this great sun. What else do you guys do with those?
Well, let's see. We've got stomp rockets, which we have with us.
We've stomp rockets. That's our cue. Yeah. Let's take a look at what Leah's doing over here.
That's right, Charlie. More than just kites are taking to the skies. We have blast off in 3, 2, 1.
Boom!
But we have frisbees, we have outdoor balls, just all kinds of fun things. When the weather's nice and everybody wants to get out and enjoy it, you know, we can set you up with whatever you need. And our kites, back to our kites, we carry premier kite brands. This one is actually called a large easy flyer. And from somebody who's not an expert kite flyer, these are so easy to fly, and that's why we love to carry them.
I even managed to have it up in the air for a while, doing a little running around out here like, you know, was in Spain chasing the bulls or something.
Even young kids are able to fly these really easily.
And now that we have a little bit of a breeze, it's trying to take off all on its own. So, Lori, just one more time, I know we've talked about it earlier today, but where can everybody come find this stuff? How can we find you? Because I think that now that it's getting warm, this kind of thing is going to be extremely popular.
Well, if you're coming to the Kite Festival, you can find us there, or you can find us on 2nd Street. We're open every day, and we have a lot of kites there and other outdoor items for you to find. You can also find us on Saturday. We'll be at the Lewis Canal Front Park, and we're going to be at the Easter Bunny Bonanza. So that's another event that's going on, and the Easter Bunny will be arriving by boat that day.
I love that.
And the kids, you know, will just be gathering around for all that fun. And Kids Catch is actually going to be having a little fashion parade, an Easter fashion parade, starting at 10:30. So,
and that's a good reminder that you guys do have some clothes over at Kids Catch.
Yeah.
That's really important because, you know, you think toy store, you may not know that up front.
Yep, we carry newborn to size 8, and just really great brands that you don't see everywhere else. But that still are clothes that kids love to wear.
Yeah, they just, you know,
comfortable, stylish, and they can have fun.
And they got the kind of designs on it where your kid's going, I want my favorite outfit, that kind of a thing.
Yeah. Well, we have all kinds of designs for the younger kids and the older kids up to size 8. So, yeah, a lot to find at Kids Catch. Yep.
All right. Fun. Well, we're going to take off literally, but there is more of Coast Life coming up, so don't go anywhere. You're going to want to stick around.
Craving more COASTLIFE fun? Follow us on our socials for behind the scenes looks, photos, and more. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and more. We're there. Give us a like, give us a follow, and stick around for more Coast Life that's headed your way.
Well, in case you didn't realize, there's a lot going on along coastal Delmarva this weekend. If you're headed to Bug and Bud in Milford, if you're headed to Springfest in Ocean City, there's so much to do outside. Breathe in that fresh air because we deserve it after that really, really long, cold winter that we had here. So stretch those legs, welcome spring. And I know we're also getting ready to kind of welcome that summer season. It all happens so fast. I feel like spring is the shortest time here on Delmarva. Don't forget, we're also asking you your favorite way to eat potatoes. Very important question for you before we let you go to enjoy your weekend. You can go chime in on our socials as well. But for now, we know there's lots to get to this week. Go enjoy it. Get out of here. Enjoy that weekend. And we will catch you back here for some more Coast Life on Monday.